Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this video we're creating another cake without any particular cake decorating specific utensils. If you'd like to see how I cut, tort and stack a cake together, that video will be linked up top and in the description box below as well. So we're just going to get straight into it. Last time we used a plate that was really flat and we had a little bit of a dip. I've actually found one of these and I think a lot of people might actually have a cupcake stand, something super flat. If you can decorate directly on there, even better. Frosting like last time. Pop my cake on top with the bake side down. And we are using the hybrid buttercream frosting for this. This you can really easily rotate as well. And then applying my second layer of cake. Make sure it's well on there, nice and centered, and continue stacking. Bring yourself eye level and just make sure that it's even as well as you stack your layers. I'm going to save this one here for the top and use the cut sides for the layer here. Okay, eye level, push it to center, and if it's a little bit lopsided, press down slightly with more force on the raised area. You could also cut away that section with a knife instead, totally up to you. Press down if it's a bit lopsided on one end and we're good. This time to scrape down the frosting, we're going to use a ruler. Last time I used a triangular ruler, that'll work even better. But for those of you who've only got like these little things, we'll try decorating with this today. Smooth that out. Right out to the side so we get a nice sharp lip of frosting at the top. And then like last time we add the frosting to the side. Now I'm going to be doing a pattern on the side of the cake that's going to involve some piping. But the crumb coat really needs to be a color of the frosting that you're going to use to pipe on with. And that way just camouflages everything a bit better. If you can see through the design, you're at least seeing through to a color that's already used in the design, so it's not as obvious. I'm going to take this little ruler and I'm going to start scraping at the sides just to get some of that frosting there. I don't want to use too much frosting because I'm kind of running out, so I want to just kind of start scraping away at the crumb coat, and this now I can use to cover the rest of the area. So very easy. Just keep turning your turntable as you rotate your ruler around. And then into those spaces we go with the extra frosting. And remember how we were applying frosting at the very top? We wanted to push it out to the sides. That's what you get when you do that. You get a nice lip that's raised so that we can bring it in and create a sharp top edge. So now we'll take our little ruler again and we'll just give it a good old smooth out. And keeping it steady up against the cake as I rotate my cake cupcake stand. Now we'll take that ruler, angle it slightly, and just bring that lip of frosting to the center. Once it's all smooth, we can go on with our decorations. If you don't have any piping bags, this is how you create one with baking paper. Like I said before, you can use a Ziploc bag instead and just cut out one of the corners. Take one corner of your baking paper, drape it over, and line up this side with the top of the side, just at the top there. And basically you're creating a triangle. Cut off the excess, and you can reuse the excess for lining cake tins and whatnot. From this triangle, we want to open it up and cut against that score line. So that's a score line there. We are going to cut right down that. With the longer side facing your belly button, you're going to take this corner and give it a twist and line it up with that top edge, the pointed side of the triangle. You're going to do the exact same with this one, drape it over, drape it over and line that corner up with that top corner. So now we have a cone shape. You want to kind of ruffle around the paper till you get a really nice kind of point at the end. From here, you just want to fold these in. And by folding those in, you secure your cone from opening up again. Just gonna fill that right in there and try to push it down as far down the piping bag as you can. I'm gonna stop at about there. And close it up and then give it a twist to secure it all in there. And that also pushes the frosting down to the tip. You could put sticky tape over the top now to stop that from opening up, or you could just fold in the corners and hope for the best, but I do recommend the sticky tape. This is my purple frosting. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Again, we're just gonna fold that down nice and tightly. And for this particular project, you only really want it to be about 1 centimeter from the edge, so it looks a little something like that. And do the same for your other bag, just like so. Pipe on a little blob. I'm gonna take that spoon, put it into the center of your blob and drape it or drag it across. With your second color, go over the top, aiming for where that swipe ended from your teaspoon. And honestly, just keep repeating. So push in and then drag it across. And try to keep each dollop a consistent size from start to finish. The further away you add your dollop, the less buttercream you end up using. So if you're a little short on buttercream, really elongate that drag or that swipe. So I'm going to dedicate 1 teaspoon for the purple and 1 teaspoon for the white. And that not only saves time, saves frosting, but it's just that much more efficient. So we've reached the back of our cake. We are just going to very gently line it up with the white part. Might just leave a little dollop there, and that becomes our back. You always want to start at the back of your cake for the next row, and we're going to do it in such a way that they sort of alternate. So I would need a white one right here in between the last 2 dollops. And now we really want to make sure that we keep everything size consistent. And that way, see how it starts going diagonal? By the end of it, hopefully we should have that diagonal pattern going all the way up the cake and looking nice. And you're really just trying your best to aim for the center of the previous 2 each time. So we're getting right up to the top of the cake. I've got 1 more row to go. Flatten it out, drag it to the white. I'm just gonna pull off. To really connect that though, go in the opposite direction. Do your best to make it as seamless as you can. And that is how we create a really fun 2-toned cake with homemade piping bags and no specific fancy cake decorating tools. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have another one coming up. I think this is actually a really great thing to do while everyone's in quarantine. And that way, anyone who doesn't have those specific tools can still participate and create something beautiful in their kitchen. I hope you guys enjoy this design and give it a go. If you do, hashtag Rosie's Dessert Spot so we can see your awesome creation as well. Feel free to subscribe for more videos, and we'll catch you again in the next tutorial. From this triangle, we're going to cut and fold it in half. Hang on. You can pop this in the fridge first to set completely if you like. I'm just going to dive straight in because I'm sure my family would like to have lunch today in the kitchen. And that is how you create a fun two-tone, oh, it's getting really bright, isn't it?